All right. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but a week ago I started working on my Grimnar sleigh for my Logan Grimnar. This is about where we finished off last week, so we're going to dig right back in on him.
Santa's
Santa
sleigh.
sleigh. Make sure everything's ready to go here quick. All right. Where do I want to start today? I think I was working on the inside back here. If I do say so myself. So let's get that skull, that wolf skull cut up. For this, I'm going to use some Rekar flesh. As soon as I get my desk a little bit tied up here so I can actually see what I got. Just throw down a quick happy little base coat.
You're such a nerd.
Because I like to throw down happy base coats. It's better than a sad base coat.
My laptop is being so weird today.
You don't say.
Page is not wanting to load. The hell was the website?
Streamlabs?
I'm on it, but it won't let me log in.
Okay.
There's no login button.
Are you sure you're on the right thing?
There's no login
Streamlabs?
Did you? Yeah, I'm about to
button.
say. Alright, let's grab from one of these many pots of paint on my desk some Doom Bowl. So that way we can get the leather that's surrounding the fur on that pelt.
So what do you think the poll should be?
Whatever you would like. Starting to bring out that nice leathery brown there. Obviously, I'm going to go back over that the actual leather part of the pellet with a little bit brighter brown just to help bring it out, but I'm just building up to it right now. Okay. Let's throw some Argrax on there. Help get some definition to the actual fur. And for that wolf skull, as soon as I can find that, some Serapin Thipia. Some Thipia.
Hello.
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 Hey, Chuck.
God, I can't think of anything.
Hello, Cosmic.
Hello, Cosmic.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the
Hey,
stream.
Cosmic.
I'm having like a brain fart right now. I can't think of what to make a poll of.
I put her on the spot. Come on. There we go. We don't need that eventually blown up in my face over here. Alright, so
Your camera is very shaky.
that's because I was trying to shut a paint pot that did not want to shut.
Ah,
Shut a paint pot.
Shut a paint pot. I'll say it 5 times fast.
shut a paint pot that didn't want a shot.
Something like that, yes. I didn't know we were shooting paint pots, but okay.
I said shut. I don't know what to do. You put me so much on the spot.
It's my job. Alright. Let's bring some of that gold back out right there. Yes.
Any ideas, Chuck?
On a pole?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't really help.
I was going to say, wait a minute, I'm going to be voting in it, so...
Exactly. Like, come on, Kendall.
I mean, that's kind of cheating. That's like me saying, oh, I'm going to vote for president. I get to pick who gets to run.
Exactly. It's not
Now she's
exactly
trying to-
how that works.
Now she's trying to put me on the spot.
Yep.
Passing the buck.
Corporate 101.
She has learned well from you.
And she has. A little too well.
You know, everybody wants to make the monster, but no one realizes the monster can't be controlled.
That's true.
Not that you're a monster, it's just something I tell people.
We all know how you really feel, Chuck.
Don't be putting words in my mouth, HR.
Oh, I have it right here, and you know, on this affidavit.
Yeah, no, you don't, because I don't sign affidavits
I didn't
without
say
a
you said-
lawyer.
Uh-oh. Cosmic's dancing on poles. Look out.
If you got the agility, go for it. I'm just too old and fat for stuff like that.
I just sit here and paint.
That and my daughter insisted I went to the gym last night, and I was fine today, but as the day goes on, like more things are starting to ache again. So I
Slowly
swear she's
starts
trying to
catching
kill me.
up. No, she's just trying to make you live longer.
Yeah. You say potato, I say she's trying to kill me. Even the dog, when I said that, kind of looked at me like, yeah, she really is.
Eh.
So,
All right. So we got this control panel here. We're going to need a few colors for that.
For the Emperor.
and what colors are you thinking
Hey,
about,
thanks,
Jesse?
Cosmic. Appreciate it, man. Well, definitely going to need some yellows. We're going to need favorite color here, red. Let's see here. We need some type of actual blue. This is a good blue for that. Probably some lead belcher, which is one of the pots there. Aha! Oh, she found one.
Oh boy.
Oh, now she's asking questions. Log out. All right. So this little control panel here.
But
I
There's
just
no-
realized that.
there's no red.
Hold
There's
on.
no red.
I am so sad.
Hold on.
All right. Let's get in here and get some details done.
I don't know. I think I've actually found another color I'm actually pretty happy with.
What's that? Purple?
Oh yeah, the the purple on my Antares dudes is actually looking pretty nice. But I realized today, for the first time, that when I ordered primers, I not only ordered like the really light gray, but I also and black, but I also ordered a color called Panzer Gray.
Yeah.
Take
It's like a darker gray.
Yeah, I mean it's
Because I'm going with you. The World War II Panzers, right?
yeah, it is, and I'm not
There
gonna
we
say
go.
it's a
I
dark
fixed
gray,
it.
but sisters spiky but red.
Like you said, I created a monster.
You did. But anyways, yeah, it's a
I think
probably
it's pretty self-explanatory.
oh yeah, well to me it is. um
Good
but yeah,
old royal blue.
but yes, it's a couple of shades darker than like a medium gray. So because when I primed the three of them black and then put purple on it, it made the purple a little bit darker than what I wanted. And I don't like using the light gray because for whatever reason it spatters.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's like so thin. It's almost
Do
like
you
water
have
consistency.
The Rhinox hide.
Maybe. What's it worth to you?
Can I have it? Your soul.
Well, good luck finding that one.
Just say he works in IT. He doesn't have a soul left. It's been given to the machine gods. How about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Ooh. Now you're really trying to bribe me.
I had nowhere to hit you. Bribe you with food.
That's right. Food always wins.
But anyway, so I got him prime, but I didn't get the purple on because, again, I wanted to just try the Panzer Gray because I'm like, well, I don't know what arm appears out of nowhere. Arm appears out of
Yeah, I
nowhere.
know.
Gone. But I just wanted to try it, and the Panzer Gray goes on really nice.
Awesome.
But then I went back and cleaned out my airbrush and put black in so I could work on a couple of impulsor bits, and I worked on. Yeah, well, I got some 3D printed bits,
Yeah, I
and
remember you told me that like shuts the
turn-
back up.
Yeah, well, shuts the back up, and I can also turn them into gladiators. So
There you
I
go.
bought the bits with the turrets too. so Yeah.
Nice.
so, but I had to. There were a bunch of bits still, supported and things. So I worked on those, painted a little bit, worked on bits a little bit, painted a little bit. Started watching Justified, got caught up in that.
Fun.
Then came up and went, huh, it's 8:30.
You
I
just
wonder
reminded me I have to watch that last episode.
of Justified.
No, Invincible.
Oh, okay.
Jesse watched it last week with Emmy.
You were sleeping. Not my fault.
I was asleep. I was very asleep. He did the smart thing and did not wake me.
Jesse
Yeah,
likes his life.
exactly.
So how you doing, Chuck?
Why did it not take it?
It did.
Oh, okay. Dustin and I were actually talking today. I had a very miserable morning today,
Ooh, I'm sorry.
mainly because of work.
Yeah.
Just people trying to get around policies, procedures, and not wanting to listen to me when I'm the person they're supposed to be listening to. And me telling my guys, if you
always
touch
fun.
this, I will have your head.
I
So
will
therefore,
have
they
your
don't
head on a platter.
know on a pike. That's what I tell them.
Okay.
I will put your head on a pike outside of the server room door as a warning to others. So my guys know, oh, okay, Chuck's serious. Yeah, I'm serious. But yeah. And Chucklehead from another group. Well, you told these people not to do this. You're absolutely right. I told these people not to do this. Well, he wanted to raise it up, and I'm like, you know what? I'll do you one better. I'll raise it up because I am tired of talking to you.
Look out. Chuck decided to put down the gauntlet.
No, I'm that Bugs Bunny type of guy. I take that leather glove and put a brick in it.
I miss old Looney Tunes.
Yeah. What one of the people I used to work for always told me, I'm not even till I'm one up.
Exactly.
Oh, and I have taken that to heart at this job. But yeah, it's just a miserable morning. And this afternoon kind of calmed down a little bit. But Dustin and I were talking, and it's like,
Cosmic, no joke, man. No joke.
yeah, yes, you are preaching to the choir here. I think people are dumb. And I don't know about your organization, but it seems like in my organization, the higher up you go, the dumber you get.
Yes and no. In my particular organization, but I do know what you mean because I work for a bunch of organizations, and that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I keep asking my boss every time he gets a promotion where his lobotomy scar is. So, but yeah. Yeah, and Cosmic's an engineer. Oh, boy. I will trust you. I do trust my engineers. I trust my engineers more than I trust most of the people I work with.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. But yeah, when Dustin and I were talking, he was having a busy day too. And he's just like, I suddenly get it. He says exactly what you're talking about. He says, when you're done with work, he says, you just don't want a hobby. He says, you just don't have the brain cells left.
Nope, you just want to sit there and be brain dead.
Yeah. So that's why I
like
tend to.
Job.
Well,
I hope
that's
so.
good. Yeah, that's good.
You get to sit in pain all day.
Yeah. It is you and the boss. That is it. Well, there's one other minion, but you and the boss essentially. I'm supposed to have a separation, but I think that's more of just a guidance instead of a hard fast rule.
It's more of a guideline.
finally has a belt on.
Hold up those pants.
Good.
Alright. Make sure it's all nice and tucked and even. Okay. Let's get the other base coat side. Now we got this big old panel. That's where he watches his TV. Don't let that seal in the middle fool you. There's a recliner chair that pops out of there, so you can just sit there and watch the TV. I mean, it is Grimnar. He's an old guy.
How
I
would
just,
he be watching?
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Well, the thing is if we knew...
He's watching Blood Bowl.
There you go.
There you go. Hold on.
Took my
Brain a second, but I figured it out.
Alright, now for these shade of buttons. One red button. One blue button. Because I can. One green button.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's good luck, man. Airbrushing's fun. Just keep reminding her that. Airbrushing is fun. Alright. Give those buttons a second to dry. Grab our boy Mephiston here. Check him out here for a second. He's about ready for the rest of his highlights. And of course his head, because, you know, kind of needs one of those.
Does he?
Well, I mean... Heads are optional. That's right. Soldiers don't need heads. They just need a direction to walk.
I'm painting.
Well, I'm glad you're painting.
Someone's throwing a temper tantrum.
Alright, so it looks like the shade is dry. For the most part, no, it's still a little glossy yet. Okay, alright, fine, I see how it is. We'll go back to working on this screen over here. Happy little screen.
Oh god.
Make it so it's high def so Grimnar can watch his Blood Bowl. Here comes the fun part. Let's see if I can put a grid on this thing.
Hello.
Oh, look out. We got 2 cosmics now. I call you Alley Cat. So we got Cosmic and Alley Cat. How about that? Does that work for you guys?
It's
I kind of figured. All right. So we're going to see if we can get some grid patterns on this screen right here. All right. We can turn it here so I can get a good angle for the other lines. Something like that.
Ooh, I missed all the internal control stuff.
dead. Do you want him to do it over again?
No, I'll watch the rewind. It's okay.
All right. So now let's get this other screen here.
The little radar screen.
Yep.
Hey, Red, how you doing?
Ed, how you doing?
Hey, Red.
Like all up in this boy.
Oh, this is a bad angle. All the twitchy McGee's. All right. Let's see how good I do with quarter circles here.
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Painting a giant
Painting a giant blood angel.
I'm probably not going to get a good angle as I do this because this is not exactly an easy spot to paint. What's up, Red? Sorry, I was in the middle of losing my
Focusing.
mind.
Yeah, losing. We'll go with that.
You know what, Chuck?
I know you don't like me anymore, but that's okay.
I thought we were friends.
I only have one feeling left anyway, so you can step all over it. I don't mind.
All right, I think I got it. What do you think?
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think you got it. Wow.
Plus, +1 to freehand. Woo! It's like, do I do this? Like, I almost want to go in there with like a piece of red or something like that and put like a little blip on the screens, like, you know, hey, you know, enemy ahead or something like that. What do you think? Just for Chuck, I'll do it in red.
I feel so special. You do love me.
Those are some fighting words. God, it's so weird having a Marine you have to twist to make sure you get all the parts.
How about now there, Red? Nice. Alright. So I don't know if you guys can actually even see my little red dots.
Yes.
Whoop. There they are.
Do you have the evil sons?
Do you have
Three
the evil
bogeys.
sons?
Do I have the evil sons? You know, you just want all the paint for me. I don't share paint. It's all mine. No, I don't. I have Mephiston. And Wazadaka.
Where the fuck's my evil sons? That was Wasdaka.
It was put away. That's where it was. Haha.
Ah.
Alright. So... take a little bit of this sepia here. Paint this happy little skull right here.
Happy. God, mother.
See, this one never wants the shot, and then I shake my whole camera. It's horrible. Alright. So I think I'm actually done with the inside of the control panels for now. I'll probably punish myself later and go in there with some highlights to get the corners and stuff so they really pop out. When I'm really looking to suffer myself. But I'm sure you guys realize I like to punish myself.
Yep.
Alright.
There is a reason you love red so much.
Yes. It has nothing to do with Skatari at all, Chuck.
Blood angels.
Or Blood Angels.
Hey now. They're happy little toaster hunters.
Damn it, Chuck.
Throw down some quick fat highlights.
Hey, it's okay. My dog loves me. Of course, I'm feeding her right now, so.
Of course she loves you then.
Mm-hmm. She has laser focus.
That's right. Red ones do go faster.
Does that mean my Space Marine's moving at the speed of light with how much red is on him?
I don't know. Take it up, Sting Green. Something tells me he didn't move fast enough.
Too soon! Too soon!
Oh, come on. It's only been, like, what, 10,000 years?
Too soon.
I was going to say, too soon for the Blood Angels. The wolves will chuckle at it, but, you know.
What model?
I think the one you're working on, and I think it's because Santa's sleigh.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't hate it. I don't think it's very practical, but I think it's a cool looking model. But then again, practical doesn't really come into play for 40K.
Yeah, you start bringing practical into 40K, you may as well just sell your miniatures. I mean, really. But yeah, I think a lot of people give it grief because exactly, rule of
Exactly.
cool. I think people give it grief the same reason they give the skyboat, the long ship jet thing.
Hey,
Help me here.
you get off
Grief.
my. Fuck, what is it called? I have one,
So do I.
and I likes it.
So do I. But people, my point is, people give them the same amount of grief of, oh, those are impractical. And why don't you just use a Thunderhawk? And why?
Do these people
this
realize
is-
how big Thunderhawks really are?
Not according to the all the salt that came out yesterday when they showed them the little tiny plastic Thunderhawk.
Oh my god, I saw that. I was laughing.
What about it? What did I miss?
Okay, so
Oh, have you not seen it?
No, I haven't yet.
GW did all their previews yesterday for the
Yeah.
box game.
Yeah.
And they promised everyone that one of the things they brought out was a plastic Thunderhawk.
It's probably some tiny ass little.
It's made for Imperialis Aeronautica or Aeronautica Imperialis or whatever.
Yeah, so it's probably like the size of this sleigh.
Yeah. So basically, GW trolled everyone and said, "We're bringing out a plastic Thunderhawk," and all the fanboys went woo. And then they brought out this tiny little thing, and they went,
correct. Technically, there is
like,
no
you suck.
Logan Thunders. They are all mutated and descended from mutated humans.
Bork.
That makes them smarter wolves?
Yes, you did see a new Cadian upgrade sprue.
What? Cadian actually got something?
Yeah, I'm not. I think it is an upgrade sprue. I don't think it's actually like a box set, but it has, slightly different weapons, a bunch of heads. One of them they say is a female. I don't know whether it's just sculpted kind of poorly like they always do female faces, or whether the paint job just wasn't on top. But yes, they have a sprue coming out, so you can update your Cadians. Of course, they also brought Wednesday. They also announced Gaunt's Ghosts are coming out as miniatures as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, looks like I might be seeing some new toys coming through here.
I mean, I don't play Guard, but I could definitely see getting a set of Gaunt's Ghosts painted just because.
Chuck, you are one of my favorite clients, but you're not one of my only clients.
I know.
Sweetie.
What?
I didn't say I was gonna do it right now. It's you guys don't have to get another tray ready for me if I do that.
Yeah, that is true, Chuck.
So,
Red's talking to you.
I want them.
I want them.
Just, I want them.
Did you just
She
call me
has-
Call me
Kendra?
Kendra.
yes. And it's funny because you responded to it,
That's
sort of.
why I
kind
didn't
of.
answer.
Oh,
Yeah, Red. She has
okay.
she has Pokemon syndrome. She wants them all, all the new
Yes,
sisters.
I do.
She does.
And also,
My wall.
because I know my name is very odd, that is how you spell it. My name is Kendall. Yes, I have a man's name. It's okay. Yes, I'm like Pokemon. I want it. I want all of them.
I can't say nothing. I mean, you all know how I am. Ooh, shiny.
Well, Jesse now has new things he can get me for Christmas and my birthday
That aren't electronics.
that aren't electronics. Yeah, we have Kendall like pharmaceuticals. Like if you go into a hospital, you'll see my name everywhere.
I think I would prefer the mint cake over the pharmaceuticals. That's just my personal, you know.
But no, I've had tons of people butcher it. I've walked into interviews where people think I'm a man, especially with name.
I just had Austin Powers going to my head. That's not a man, baby.
But yeah, no, I'm named after two men, so it's no big deal.
Do. Feather. Candle. Hey, yo, Candle. Chuck, it was nice knowing you, man.
What did I do?
No, I'm just telling you, it was nice knowing you.
He's making fun of my name.
I'm jeopardizing my PB&Js.
I mean, Red, I'm pretty sure Red was there when we were the last hobby when. Yeah, I know he was because we're talking about where he lived. But we were talking about accents and whatnot, and we went full Cletus on them, you know, because they're like, "Oh, you're American." I'm like, "Yep." And the one guy's like, "You're near Fort Bragg." I'm like, "Nope, I'm not." So I could actually
Skulls
I
for
can
the
actually
skull
see
throw.
that. You have been trained well.
That was the first thing he ever trained me. No.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Them some real fighting words.
Though, in all fairness, Cosmic, the first model she did does have a dead, dying sister on the base, so you know.
So he's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
My
she's
yellow
not.
jackets are not
She's not.
afraid.
She's not
of the
burning.
No,
But,
she just
yeah.
did. She's very dead.
She didn't get the memo that incoming fire has the right of way.
God damn you people.
The Karen in her was strong.
God damn it.
Why do I see you not getting very much painting done? Because you're like either laughing at us, laughing with us, or just swearing at us.
Me?
Well, I'm not talking to Jesse here, so yeah, you. I'm sorry. Did I need to preface it with Kendall?
Motherfucker.
See, this is why you people love me, and I still don't know why.
Fuck you.
Thank you. It's been a long time since somebody told me that.
Actually, I've gotten quite a bit of painting done.
No, quite honestly, one of the guys I worked with, whenever I would walk in every morning, that is how we exchange good mornings.
Fuck you. No, fuck you.
And that was pretty much it. We both laughed and went to work.
My favorite was how I used to greet my friend in high school. I would come in and she would be at one end of the hallway and
I
I'd be
need the
on the
Celestia.
other side.
I need the Celestias.
And she would scream down the hall,
I don't have
"You
the
killed
Celestias.
Kenny." Guess what I screamed back?
Oh, I know that joke. Yeah, I do try to have a sense of humor. I will not
That was-
lie. Sorry, I was responding to Red.
We're gonna see
No, it's okay.
how well
I was gonna say I was.
my little dry brush does. The little dry brush that could.
I was
Chuck
just
it,
in
chuck it,
the
chuck it.
principal's office a lot.
Well, yeah, go figure for that. But nah, Red, when I was younger, I was a very angry individual, and I eventually just realized that I cared way too much about things that were out of my control, and I'm much happier now.
See, this is why me and Chuck get along. We don't fall far from the same tree.
We don't. It's why I get along with a lot of people I do, because, like I said, I pick Twitch and Twitch streams and Discord servers where people are laid back. People who are way uptight or way too serious about the game, sorry, you need not apply.
If it's not fun, it's not a game.
Yeah.
And to think, I am just base coding. Besides my little screens, of course. I just had to while I was at it.
It's okay. Anybody who
Jesse?
has watched knows.
Yeah, I see big old Frank. Looks like he wants to give me a hug.
Thanks.
What? He's a T-posing. He looks like he wants to give me a hug. He's like looking at me. He's
Awesome.
like, "Daddy," and I'm like, "No."
Ha ha.
I gotta go get a pack of
He's the-
smokes. I'll be back.
So he's the one that got the corrupted gene seed? Hello, Zinch. Actually, no, not Zinch. Why are you? Yeah, go. But yeah, Cosmic, exactly. It is a hobby. But there are way too many people that take it way too seriously. I mean, when I was younger, back when I first started, back in the 2000, there was before every tournament, the night before every tournament, he would sit down and watch Patton so he could psych himself up.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, you realize you're pushing little plastic guys across the table, right? You're not leading troops into actual battle. Yeah, that's why so serious.
Don't you take that from him. That was his shining moment in life.
Well, that was the fun part. He was
Oh, it's brass.
he was very into Dark Eldar at that point, and he was the unbeatable guy at the shop.
What color are you looking for?
Balthazar. Oh, so he had a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, so the one night he's like, "I'm challenging you." I'm like, "Okay." And I beat him. Like
I
on turn
choose
on
you.
like on turn 3, he looked at me, he goes, "I can't win." And it was funny because he psyched himself up, and all the younger kids were there and they were watching me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm just here to have fun. I just pushed my little wolves across the table. I'm good. Beat the snot out of him.
And, your
And he's
wolves
just
went
like,
nom nom nom.
yeah. Well, actually, they went ring, 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 because I had a bunch of chain swords.
There you
But
go.
well, and Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Stomp, 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 stomp. But yeah, and everybody just looked at me like, "You beat him." I'm like, "I was just having fun." And he he walked out of the store at the end of turn 3 for a smoke, and he never came back in that night.
Wow.
Yeah, I just completely blew his mind, I guess. I'm like, okay, well, after like a half an hour, I was talking to the other kids. I started putting stuff away. I'm like, I'm done. If he's not coming back, I'm packing up. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Patton is a good movie, and I do like to watch it whenever I see it, or occasionally I'll search for it on my Amazon TV and find it. But yeah, Psych Up, yeah. But he was Red. He really was. He was honestly hurt by that, but I will give him credit. I went every Friday at that point because I wasn't married, wasn't dating, so I had all sorts of free time. I went every Friday.
Poof.
Yeah, the next Friday I went, he came up to me, and back in 2000 I was 30. He was like 22, 23, and he came up to me and he stuck his hand out and he goes, "I'm sorry. I was an ass, and I want to tell you, good game. I didn't last week, and I do really want to apologize for that."
Oh, there you go.
And I'm
That was
like,
mature.
okay, well, you just had a life lesson apparently. But and at that point, he's like, "You're the only person to beat me around here. I want to play you again, but I want to play and go turn by turn, and you can talk me through everything you think I might be doing wrong." I'm like, "Well, first of all, you're not having fun. You're taking this way too seriously. Trust me." And like, I wipe a unit off of your Dark Elder. You're like, "Oh my god, what am I gonna do?" I'm like, "You wipe a unit of my wolves off." I'm like, "Yeah, sucks to be you guys. Go see the apothecary."
Yeah.
Moving along.
Shake it off.
Know.
If you die, walk it off.
Oh, very true. Aliens is a Psych Up. That is a good movie, especially if you're going to play the new Aliens game. Another beautiful day in the core. But no, it was it was a learning moment for him, and that's when I realized, hey, I take things a little seriously, but I'm just having fun pushing guys across the table. So but,
yeah, that's where it's at. Like, I have a competitive nature about me, but I always remember at the end of the day, if I lose, oh well. Yes, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to win. I'm not going to be upset about it if I lose.
Right.
If he loses.
I mean, that is the one thing. Whenever I got back into it in 8th, every time I played Dustin, I think 3 times, and the Tyranid guy once. And after playing Dustin, every time it's like, okay, what did I do wrong against your Ultramarines? First of all, I brought Admech against his Ultramarines, but
oh, what is that? They Ultramarines have that one type of armor, that makes it so they never die. Plot armor.
Yeah, that's it.
That's your problem.
No, actually, what it was is the games we were playing, because I hadn't played. We weren't playing with missions. We weren't playing with objectives. It was just throw 2 armies down a table. Whoever's there at the end wins. Playing any type of wear down game against any Marine, Chaos, or Loyalist is an idiotic idea, because they're gonna win that game. Unless I'm bringing a Titan or something. But with my little Skitarii, my little Skitarii gun line against his Marine gun line, no, didn't work well.
See, this is why I like my wolves. You bring your gun line. I'm gonna chew them up.
Spit him out and then get another one.
And drop them right on your front door.
Yeah, the problem is, again, as Admech, I didn't really have good choices for that.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, now, if I ever get my codex and can see the actual rules for all of my army, I might actually have an answer for him. But in the end, it was just fun playing a game and rolling dice with a friend and talking lore while we're playing, and then at the end, okay, talking about what we both did wrong or where our dice rolls went horribly sideways or pear-shaped and we both laughed at it because we've been there.
Yeah, well, it's like when I play with my brother and stuff like that. It's, most of the time we're laughing hysterically
Mhm.
because it's like, okay, this dude's new name is Sergeant Douchebag because he can't hit a damn thing, or he'll blow himself up after missing like 30 shots.
And that's... Ooh, speaking of nids. Iridescent glitter to the carapace of a nid.
Ooh, I can do that.
I was gonna say I've never heard of anyone doing it. That sounds really cool.
Yes, give it that, speckle effect like an actual
Yeah.
carapace would.
I mean, I've always kind of wondered since they brought out those color shifting paints how well those work on nids.
Well, give me a nid, I'll find out.
You have a box of them.
Well, that box is in the giveaway tray.
Okay, so if I win the box, I'll tell you to keep them and try them for
There
me.
you go.
If I don't, I'll go find a stray nid and send it to you.
Find one lost from his sword.
I've been looking at the color shifting for a while. I've wanted to, but
I mean, I won. What did I won something that's like a color shift paint of some sort. Just one bottle. Red will know who I'm talking about on Kira's Discord. So, but ooh, the mirror paint. That's an idea.
it does not work like what you think it would.
Really?
Did you just
It
YouTube
does-
it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Squidmar did a bunch of videos on it.
Squidmar. Good old
He
Squid.
tried the mirror paint against aluminum, against a bunch of stuff.
Didn't work out so well.
No, it just came out aluminum.
No, it wasn't Turbo Dork. Hold on. Go to.
It's like you'd almost, if you really want that shine, you would have to paint it, and then get a thick enough paint on it, and then go over it with a super fine, great sandpaper.
Here.
But that would be like for bigger plain areas. So like on a mini, that would be really tough to do.
That Green Stuff World metal filter, or yeah, filter. They sent her some stuff, I guess, for a giveaway, and I happened to win that. So
Nice.
I also got some dice from Broadsword that are in the same box. So I figure my odds are a good 50-50. It gets lost in the warp.
Speaking of that, hey Kendall,
What?
I'm gonna go grab Boy George
Thank
out
you.
of the cabinet.
Sure.
Yeah, that was back. I had to go look. That was back on like April 10th. Red. I had signed up for the giveaway and forgot about it, and I was outside. I was outside moving rocks and cement blocks that day, and I come back in. I'm like, oh, I won something. Or I'm like, oh, someone won, and I'm like, oh, I won. Woo!
Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I had to go back and scroll up a couple and go, what did I win? I forget what it was for. But I'm old. My mind goes. Jesse knows this. Pete.
Hello.
Hello.
Was
Monkeys on.
look out.
Oh,
Is-
very, of course.
Hot tonight?
What's that?
Is tonight the hot seat night?
No, that's tomorrow.
Ah, darn. I was gonna come in and be like, haha, you put paint on that brush, now get up.
See, this is my anticipation on how you guys are gonna treat us tomorrow with this.
Well, see, Dustin and I are going to be gaming. It's unfortunately my game day. So I actually have to DM and pay attention to these wingdings. So I'm going to try to have both monitors up and running, but I'm going to try to I have to kind of pay attention to them since I'm the game master. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be like, haha.
Excuse me, sir. The correct vernacular is Dungeon Master.
Well, no, we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons, but
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Dungeon Master. We don't abide by this new age millennial bullcrap.
I was calling a game master before that. But okay.
I've always called it a DM. It's always been a Dungeon Master. Ooh, that's pretty.
It's shiny.
Yeah,
Okay, Red.
he's gonna be for a giveaway here soon.
God, those wings though. You're gonna have to pack him like Morty.
Yes. Well, he's also resin too.
Resin.
Might be the first time I try.
Is Spiky Boy supposed to be chaos?
No.
Spiky Boy? Who's Spiky Boy?
Who is Spiky
Oh.
Boy?
Actually,
There's a
put
poll
chaos
going on,
there.
and it
Chaos
says
on there.
Spiky Boy. Who is
I haven't
Spiky
even
Boy?
looked at the poll.
Tyranids.
Yeah, see, when you say
Actually, I
Spiky
cannot
Boys,
put
I think
chaos
chaos.
on there.
'Cause
Now,
they're
now.
usually littered with spikes.
This is true, but Jesse put Kendall on the spot, so she had to come up with something quick. So
I gotta keep that hamster running.
yeah. And if you care, red is actually Admech. Though I guess it could be corn if you want, or Blood Angels, or anybody else that's red, really. Could be a
See,
Wah.
These options, no offense, Kendall, but these options are just very, very discriminatory. I don't identify with any of these.
Well, you could vote Y then.
What is Y supposed to be? Thousand
Because
Sun?
why would you
That's
pick
what it
anything
sounds like to
else?
me.
Why did you pick these choices? Why am I voting in this? Why did I call in?
Why
I
did you
can- I
guys
can
let
ans-
Jesse do this to me?
Yeah, why did we let Jesse do this to Kendall? There are a whole bunch of Ys here.
Yes, but none of them are the correct Y.
Or they might all be the correct Y.
No, the only correct Y
Alright.
is why hasn't GW released my Emperor's Children Codex yet?
I'm feeling some Alfarius vibes going on here. There's a lot of Y's going on.
So should we promote ourselves to X's?
Shouldn't that be who?
Oh, you said there's a bunch of Y's, so we should go to.
Yeah, I
go
know X's. I
X's,
got it.
right?
I got it. Or if you really want to go 3D, go Z. Go Z.
There you go. Said always wins.
As
Ooh.
far as your question of why hasn't GW done whatever you want, because it's GW and they will do whatever they want. They don't care about us.
They just want your monies.
Yes.
GW is the worst drug dealer ever.
You know, you say that, but yet we are dumb enough to keep coming back.
It's because we're addicted. Addicted to plastic crack.
Well, I mean, then they're not the dumbest drug dealer, are they? They've got us hooked.
I feel like addiction is kind of an understatement.
No, for some people like me, yeah.
I definitely feel like obsession, way of life, those types of words are a more appropriate description.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I must not have had my fix enough, because ever since Curse City come out, I mean, I can sit back objectively as a gamer and say, those are some really cool models. Don't want the box set. Don't really care about the box set. But those are some really cool sculpts. They did a good job with those. Same thing with all the stuff they've previewed this week. That's really cool. That's really cool. Ooh, like that. But nothing has like reached in and grabbed me by the nervous system and went, we have to buy this.
It's because none of it's been read.
No, some of the sisters were.
Okay.
There wasn't enough, Red.
It wasn't enough toaster hunters.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is because I am a little salt. I mean, I will admit to being a little salty that just as the week my codex was supposed to be out for pre-order, they're like, nope, we're putting the halts on everything for a month. Thanks, guys.
Well, yeah.
Jerks.
They got to make you fiend for it.
It's not working. Instead, I'm, going elsewhere to get my fix.
I just want my Chaos Space Marines Codex.
Sorry, War. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
I just want my main army to have updated rules. It's not even my main army anymore. I've switched over to Tyranids as the main army because they're at least still viable.
And I just want my Space Wolves to look like Space Wolves again, man.
Well, they definitely look like Space Wolves. There's a lot of Space Wolves blue kind of grayscale and a lot of gold. So they look like Space
I'm talking about the new Primaris Marines.
Wolves.
They're not.
Like none of them are actually Space Wolves.
I should post a couple of pictures of some of the conversions I've done for my roommate and his Primaris Space Wolves.
Yeah.
I've been told that they're the best looking Primaris Space Marine or Primaris Space Wolves that people have ever seen. So,
Well, throw 'em
shameless
out
plug,
there.
but here it is.
I love gold.
You picked a good chapter then. Well, if you love gold, you really need to make Custodes then.
That's true.
I feel like Custodes have too much gold to appropriately admire the gold.
My friend's doing a Custodes army right now.
So he's
This
been
is
5
true.
Marines?
Well, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12.
I think she hasn't updated me on those in a while.
I mean, without a tank or a dread, you could get away with like 15 of them. I think that'd be about 500 points.
Yeah.
Because that's
No,
somebody.
I still don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it depends on. Yeah.
So my roommate is a Custodes main right now, and we're in an escalation league, and at 500 points, he had 7 models.
I was just gonna say, I was going with one of my friends asked me how many Custodes in a kill team, and I laughed at him. But I actually went, and
I
if you
gotta
buy
fix.
if you make it like a lower costed Custodes, like the base troop, you can get 2 in. But yeah. So I was just guessing from there. That's why I was like 10 to 15. So
My roommate says that at the base 100 points for the for kill team, you can get 3 models in because they're 33 points a model.
I'll take his word for it.
Oh,
I don't play Custodes.
I just shoot them off the table
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, I haven't
Sometimes.
played Kill Team or 40K in over a year now, so.
Sounds like you're starting to Jones there.
No, because I know there's hope at the end of the tunnel. 2
Soon.
weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight, I think Dustin and I are getting together to figure out how to play this 9th edition thing.
So
Nice.
Here's the fun part. It's like, yay, looking
Yeah.
nice. And then
Yeah.
nothing.
So that was part of what spurred our conversation today about work and hobbying and not getting anything done. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I might have a couple of tanks done by then. Then you're going to face the Great Ghost Force because they're still GW Gray. But suck it up.
He throws Morty at you.
Whatever.
You haven't faced that Morty yet.
If
have
it's not Morty, it's going to be Gilliman. So
Which I think Jesse also painted.
you? That I
He did. because I asked him, I actually paid for that one. because Dustin had done me some solids just really by being Dustin. I think because at one point we were talking and I'm like, do you still have that Gilliman? He's like, yeah. I'm like, give it to me. He's like, why? I'm like, I'm going to have it painted for you just for,
Because
you
I
know,
can.
well, hosting me at your house, helping me learn 8th at the time. And, being that guy that whenever I brought something down, no matter how horribly it looked painted, the only words out of his mouth were neat. It's got paint on it. Let's play. It's got 3 colors. Woo. Okay.
Now let's burn it.
Yeah. Now let's shoot it off the table. Oh, hey, look, this is the cool model Jesse painted. Bang. Okay. I'll take it off the table now.
It had its 30 seconds of fame.
Yeah. Unless it was his, whatever the long fangs are called in real marine lists.
Devastators.
Thank you. Yes, Devastators. His Devastator squad. One night, I think in 3 turns, he managed 1 hit with the whole squad.
Oof.
And he looked at me and he goes, "Yep, that's it." I'm like, "Dude, seriously?" He goes, "That's my Devastators." He says, "They shoot at birds." "It does not matter." I'm like, "Okay." Well, those are some of the things we laugh at post game. Like his Land Raider that night needed to make 1 save to survive out of like 3 dice, and he failed all of them with 1s.
No,
And he only needed
really
a 2.
pissed off the RNG gods, didn't he?
Yeah, like he looked at that, he looked at me, I looked at him, and I'm like, "Yeah, that sucks." Sucks for you, not for me necessarily. It sucks for you. And then as his Terminators were rolling out of the burning wreckage, I think he lost 1 or 2 of them. He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "You might want to just burn those dice." Just saying.
So much gold.
Pretty.
No, it's not normal for Space Marines to have this color, but in this spot, but I don't care. I think it looks good.
It's yours.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
All right, there you go, guys. Discord has Primaris Space Wolves.
All right, I'll have to check it out here in a little bit.
Where'd you put it? Okay.
I was gonna say I found it.
Ooh.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
those
nice.
actually look like space wolves.
Those are proper wolves. So yeah, you'll have to check it out after the stream, Jesse.
Will do.
Drinking horn and all.
Nice.
They'd be slightly more wolfy than they already are if Grey Hunter and Bloodclaw bits were a little easier to come across.
Oh.
They're easy to find bits from those kits. It's very difficult to find the bits that I want from those kits.
Oh, really, Batman?
Seems to me Jesse's tried doing that before.
No, we save all of our bits.
Hence the snarkiness.
No, snarkiness is I have a huge Tupperware thing of Space Wolf bits.
And I sent you more.
And you sent me more.
We have ordered bits from as far as the UK, trying to find just like as many like fur bits and talisman bits as we can. And I've got a fairly healthy amount. It's just I've also got a fairly healthy amount of wolves to convert. So I try to be a little reserved with each model. Don't want to go over the top and then get halfway through and realize, well, shit, I'm out.
Well, we had a good run.
I can always go back and add more.
One of these days.
No, I do. I really like that one with the drinking horn. I think that one's like over the top good. That's just me though.
See, what if I just came in here and here's my conversion. This sleigh says being pulled by wolves is going to be pulled by the repulsor. I mean, that works, right?
Totally.
If you do that though, you got to take the doors off and have the wolves' heads sticking out the sides. I mean, otherwise it's just not going to look right.
See, my question is, how many guns does Santa's sleigh have? Because that's a big line of sight blocker right there.
None. It's just pulling him.
He's just aesthetic. Like, he isn't meant to sit there and kill things. He just eats points and just sits there and watches Blood Bowl on his TV and his sleigh.
Much better. Babe. Got the rubber on his shoes.
The rubber on his shoes. I'm not gonna tell her.
What? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. He's not going to tell you.
Oh, hello. Well, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
There's George. Take George back.
What's wrong with George?
Nothing's wrong with George. Now she's gonna be.
Paranoid.
You started it, yeah.
The only thing wrong with George is he's red.
But he's a blood angel.
Well, I don't like my Primaris Marines to be corn Marines.
But what if they're cornflakes Marines?
It's the wrong god, man. It's all about that pink, bro.
What army are the Gene Stealers part of?
Gene Stealers? Gene Stealers.
Tyranids.
Nids.
So we have more NIDs.
What?
I mean,
We have a thing of are they cultists or Gene Stealers?
well, they can be part of a Gene Stealer cult army, but originally they were Nids. Straight up.
Yep. They are Nids who stole the genes of humans.
Yes. So, again, they can be part of a cult army, but they're mostly used in Tyranid armies. They need to be purged with a heavy flamer.
Brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer!
Oh, did you like my gift there?
You know, I used that one 2
Yes.
days before you did.
No, I did not.
Thunder stolen.
Yeah.
There goes that PB&J.
Yep. Told you.
Not the peanut butter.
This is how I go on a diet, Chuck. I pick on Kendall until the point I get no food.
I was going to say you irritate Kendall until the point she goes, you're not getting fed.
Yep, pretty much.
Everything I make will be for the dogs and I. And the dogs are happy.
Till the dogs just kind of look at me. It's like, you know, I feel bad for you. Here's a piece of scrap.
Yeah. My dog looks at me and goes, I feel bad for you, but you did this yourself. But I'll sit beside you if it makes you feel better. Thanks.
Still want to know what that look was for.
What look?
When
Yeah,
I
what
showed
look?
you my Marine.
Your Marine looks fine.
I'm paranoid now. Is it because I gave him black shoes? Well, black bottoms. Which isn't normal.
Anybody want to tell her how the bottom of the Space Marine's boots work?
You know it's not actually rubber, right? They're just painted black.
I know, I'm just laughing at how you said it was rubber. It's like it's going to be really hard to magnetize the decks with rubber boots.
Oh my god. God damn it. Didn't even think of that. Well, they're not rubber, so thank God.
Or are they? Dun,
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 dun.
Oh god.
It depends on which Forge World they irritated and said, hey, ship those out instead. They're good enough. Boy, I wish I could see the look on their faces the next time they try to go board something and bounce off. Oh, wait, I have a servitor. I can.
It's when they're just sitting there watching the screen, watching it happen while they're eating their toast.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't eat toast. That would mean that they had a toaster.
Yeah, we got to go find the toaster.
Yeah, if they had a toaster, then they wouldn't be looking for a toaster anymore. So they can't have toast because they're still looking for toasters.
But no one said they shared the toasters.
I mean, they're actually looking for a toaster so they can make more. Because if they find a toaster, they will not remake one because they won't dare tear it apart to figure out how it works. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
So they have to find a surplus of the same make and model toaster before they'll tear one apart.
They don't tear it apart.
They don't tear it apart.
They must find the template making machine.
Yes, they must find the STC.
Because they believe that it had the spirit.
Oh god, like what was it? I forgot who. It's like one of them found the template for making like a lost long combat knife, and he was rewarded with like his own planet or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's why like the Castellan robots are so old. They won't make any more of them. They'll repair the ones they have, but they won't tear one apart to figure out how it's made and make another one. And they need to find the STC. Yeah,
that just sounds counterproductive.
They are not.
They are counterproductive.
Yeah, if you actually read Belisarius' Call of the Great Work, in it he is labeled a heretic because he is a scientist. He is the only one that could have done the Primaris project because no one else in the Adeptus Mechanicus would ever take something, think forward, and try to remake it. They do not experiment at all. They do not retro-engineer anything at all.
Because that's
we find
heresy.
It's ours. That is heresy, exactly. So, like, if they showed up today with all the scientists we have making new stuff and figuring out new things, they would go completely insane.
Do I have a what?
Moot green.
I do have the moot green. What's it worth to you?
A PB&J.
One peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Does this mean I get my sandwich back? As she steals it. Well, there goes my hopes of my sandwich. Oh, okay.
But yes, that is why they are keepers of knowledge, but they will never expand their knowledge unless they find an STC somewhere. And that is why they're explorator fleets from the Adeptus Mechanicus all over the place trying to find old STCs.
I can't help but think every time somebody says STC of a really bad thing that you don't want to get.
Well, yeah. I didn't name it.
Yep.
You know, I've also screwed up and said STLs because that's what 3D printing uses now. And it's like, well, kind of they are kind of looking for STLs, really.
Yep.
They just named them STCs. So really the person who, started doing 3D design originally really missed a mark on that one. He should have just named them STCs, and man, they could have really driven someone nuts. Or made all of the 40K geekdom suddenly cry out at once. So, but yes. I love my AdMech, but yeah, I look at them and go, you people are whacked. Especially coming from both a chemistry and an IT background. Right. Heavens, heaven forbid, or heavens to Murgatroyd, we figure out something new.
It doesn't really help with what happened in the Horus Heresy either, though.
Well, no, it doesn't. Or the
because that's like they look at it as like that's part of the reason why it led to the Horus Heresy is because always trying to change things and all that stuff. Like,
well,
what's his face? We just painted him not that long ago. He was with the Emperor's Children. He's like that mad scientist dude.
Oh God. Now I can't
Bile or
fucking remember his
whatever.
name. Fabius Bile.
Fabius,
Fabulous
yeah.
Bill.
yeah,
Fabulous Bill.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fabulous Bill. That's what I was
Who
gonna
was
say.
who is trying to before the Horus Heresy, trying to upgrade the Emperor's Children, like with their gene seeds and manipulating them.
And actually, the Admech's fear doesn't runs farther back. It runs back to the Age of Strife with the Men of Iron,
Yeah.
because they look at humanity as a whole. Went, ooh, look how powerful we are. Look how smart we are. Look what we can do. Yeah, you shouldn't have opened that Pandora's box there, Bubba.
Nope. Now you screwed.
You know, and that's what that fear runs so strong on them. They don't want to have another one of those. And yes, they hold. They will never say that the Horus Heresy was necessary heretical, because that would mean the Emperor did something wrong.
This is true.
And there is no one in 40K that's going to say that within 1,000 kilometers of a commissar or a sister or any space marine. So, and
What'd
even
you
the
say?
Admech.
Click.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be what he's saying. Just blow.
I mean, if the Admech heard it, they'd be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Come stand in this line. Thank you. Yeah, you'll be lobotomized and turned to a servitor, schmuck. And they'll walk away. Thank you for volunteering for the Servitor Corps. But yeah.
What, Grimnar Slay? It's not actually a sleigh, but that's what we're calling it. Because we can.
I don't know. Lord Grimnar's battle boat. How's that?
Battle boat.
And again, it's really sad that I come up with stuff like this, because I love the Space Wolves. I love the chapter master, but
Do you really?
I do. I actually miss my wolves, and I'm with Jesse. I do agree what War's saying about converting your wolves and stuff and getting bits and whatnot, but I just wish they put out more cloaky stuff, so you didn't have to like rifle through bins as much as you had to make wolves. I wish they would start making chapter specific primaries. As a
Which
I mean,
they will.
but they did. They did. They gave you a little tiny miniature playing card size upgrade sprue that's supposed to handle all your needs.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the same
And
for Blood
what's
Angel,
that thing
but
cost? Like $20?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, that I guarantee is just a placeholder for now, because they're gonna do what they usually do in their rotation. They got they got your generic boys out, your poster boys for your Ultramarines, your vanilla Marines that don't have a lot of decorative stuff. And they're gonna give it a little bit more, and then they're gonna start upgrading all the other factions out there, and then they'll come back and then start doing chapter specific sculpts once they give everybody something. Because that's probably what they're doing right now. I guarantee is their sculptors or whatever are in the back, making the designs and stuff like that, for further releases. So that way, everybody goes out and converts their models and everything like that, and then yet they're gonna come back for more plastic crack.
the only ones that I see the upgrade sprue being enough is my guys. Shoulder pad, a little thing on their side, they're Blood Angels.
Need more blood drops.
True.
I mean, the same goes for the Iron Hands, because I play them. Their sprue, yeah, shoulder pads, one or two robotic arms pointing, you know, one or two heads with a half face, half cyber, but that's fine per squad. But if you want to upgrade more than like one squad, yeah, it starts getting expensive real quick. Unless you go to 3D printing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Space Wolf, just specifically, if you're any decent at sculpting with like green stuff, you can do a lot.
Oh
But
yeah, with like for pelts and stuff like that. My problem is I don't have enough time to do that many conversions. Like if I was doing that with my own personal army with running the studio, I would never have an army. Ow, I got a cramp.
Yeah, because I think I spent probably close to 2.5 hours converting that Indomitus chaplain into a blade guard, and that was nothing more than an arm swap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like what I'm saying. Like Friday night, that's the only time I really get to paint my own models. So it's like Monday through Thursday, you know, I'm doing client work. Saturday, I'm doing full day of client work. Sunday, I'm doing a full day of client work, and then rinse and repeat. So I got like 2 to 4 hours on Friday to actually paint my own. And I like to broaden my skills when I paint my own. So, like, this is the second week I'm working on this sleigh now. So I'll probably have these done, you know, my army ready to go by the time 10th comes out.
And then you'll have to change everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting here thinking with like my Primaris army was just with everything else I've got going on, I can't justify doing them. And so it's going to be eons before I get them built and can actually start playing with them. So that's why I made the decision I'm just going to have somebody else do it.
What's up, boy?
I will say that I am very happy that I made that decision a few years ago and contacted Jesse because right now I am. I have what?
Let's say here comes
I mean,
the feels.
yeah, I mean, granted, I painted my tanks because I can paint tanks. But doing all the troops and all the special characters and everything else, much better sending it to him because while Dustin's sitting at his table going, I have to do this, I can always say, you know what, I'm playing AdMech and pull out a fully painted army and be done. And that is such a nice feeling. Until they bring more AdMech out.
I just play with Chaos Space Marines that have no arms or heads.
I mean, it works. I mean, they're demons anyways. You could be like, they don't have heads. They're demons.
Yeah.
They don't need them.
Yeah, exactly.
Purely cosmetic. They don't need them to kill you.
Yeah, because part of the issue is like specifically with me painting, if I can see it while I'm holding the model, I need it to be painted to the same quality as the rest of the army. This is just me specifically painting it. So all these Marines that have their bolter across their chest, but I can still see the chest.
Bugs you too.
And I can't get my brush there.
Yeah, that bugs me too.
Yeah.
So I paint in sub-assembly personally because I just can't bring myself to do anything else.
Yep. That's what I'm doing with my Marines. Not the Assault Marines because they don't have anything really covered up. But yeah, with the standard infiltrators and all the other doodads, yeah. I did all of mine in sub-assemblies. Because I'm the same way.
That's the best way to go, though. It really is. It makes life so much easier to get to some parts.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're me every once in a while who just likes to torture themselves.
So now he's gone and said that, and I'm halfway through like building the entire army, and everything is fully assembled, and I feel bad.
You're good, dude. Believe me, from doing so many commissions, I've gotten so used to painting them all put together. It does not faze me anymore. It's actually made me a better painter.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, yes, I do like to torture myself, but I have a reason for torturing myself because literally the harder something is and I'm able to master it, the better I get at what I like to do. So yes, it drives me insane a bit, but then I have new tools under my belt. I can do new things. I can be like, ooh, shiny.
It's a
Excuse me.
valid point that I don't think I've really ever thought of.
All right.
Oops. But yeah, no, I'm actually really looking forward to your God, what was it? Their successor chapters of the Raven Guard, right?
Yeah, Iron Ravens.
Iron Ravens. Okay, I knew it was Raven something. It'll stick. As soon as I get them down here in front of me, it'll stick.
Nobody else voted for the Tyranids?
There's a tie between Sisters of Battle and Skitari. Something tells me we only had like 2 votes.
Yeah, your vote didn't come up.
Oh, you put the
You
triangles.
put the
That's
yeah,
why.
you put the brackets around it. You don't put the brackets around it.
Man, I didn't put the brackets around it last time, and it did the same thing.
It'll just it'll type it in, but it'll actually count. When you did it last time, it didn't count.
Yeah, But-
Okay.
I mean, in
Well,
this case, we had a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
because only 3 people voted.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was a slow night.
not for you. You're getting a lot painted.
Kinda, yeah, I know. I just gotta finish up basically this side with the base coats, and then I can do shading and highlighting. Because, you know, I like to torture myself, like I said. And then the wolves. So I already basically did the base. Where did I put that thing? There it is.
Those are upstairs.
Yeah, like this one, if I can grab it. Like, I built it all out, but I did it with like weak joints so that way I could take it back apart just because of these mounting points right here. Because, like, if I didn't sub-assembly like, you know, I normally would with like a model like this, there's really going to be no way for me to line that up, plus get all of the, you know, basing material on there with it looking the way I wanted it to. So basically, just, like, basically a drop of glue just to hold it in place until I got everything lined up, and that way I could just pop it right back off. Obviously, I still have to add some more stuff to this base. It's a little bland yet, but in due time, maybe, you know, by 2022.
Oh, Mika.
But yeah, so not this Saturday because you guys are going to be torturing me tomorrow.
Are you okay?
I'll probably do a giveaway for this guy. That's if anybody's interested in having a home for him.
Why would people not be interested in having a home for him?
Oh, I'm sure he'll find a home. I just felt like a vet there first, or an animal shelter. I wanted to, you know, cue on the really sad music with the puppy dog eyes. Oh God!
For only $3 a month, you too can
It's
sponsor a poor miniature who is left unloved and unpainted.
Without your love, he will end up on a shelf forever.
As my dog's sitting here licking me like, what? No, I'm not going back. No.
All right, gents, I'm gonna wrap
See,
up. for
it's
tonight,
funny
though.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
What were you saying, War?
Fucking
I was just gonna say it's funny because you're like, without your love, he'll end up sitting on a shelf forever. Even with my love, he's gonna just end up on a shelf forever.
But he'll have your love. Oh, shit. All right, gents. I will see you tomorrow if you're on.
I'll be on for a little bit.
Try not to miss the hot seat. I am going to do so many fun things.
Yeah.
So many shenanigans.
You'll get all 3 of us, so it won't just be me and Kendall. It'll be me, Kendall, and Devin.
You can spread the love around.
And you can spread the love around. So
Giggity.
I'm gonna
I am
figure out how
I
to
am Slanesh Marines, so
There you go.
figure it out. It'll probably maybe be like some pull based, or I don't know. I'll have to figure out some kind of system so that way we know who's getting switched to what, where around, and what project we're going to be doing. Because it'll probably be maybe we'll start with one Marine. Yeah. We'll all work on the same Marine, but we won't know where the other one left off or what we're painting.
I say you switch the bottles of paint up.
no, I like the single Marine thing, and whoever gets the base coat down first gets to decide what chapter it is. And that could really throw people for a loop.
We're either going to end up with a really awesome looking Marine or like the ugliest Marine ever. I think I have my culprit right here.
So it's gonna be an Imperial Marine or Imperialist, or it's gonna be a Nurgle Marine. Got it.
Yeah, we'll use this guy. How about that? One of my tester Marines.
Oh, he looks so not loved. What
He
is
looks-
what even are these mold lines? Those aren't mold lines anymore. Those are mold mountains.
He's been painted like 10 times. Yeah.
Poor Marine.
This is
Hey,
the
$3 a month. Can I sponsor that Marine? He needs some love.
He does. He's just standing there like, oh, please help. Please, someone
put me
adopt
down. Just put me out of my misery.
Please, just grant me the Emperor's mercy.
Papa, help! Help me, Papa.
And back in the cage. Anyways, I'm sure
Okay,
we'll
then.
figure it out. It'll be a good time. And then I'm also working on another setup for you guys eventually where I'll have all three of our desks wired up to one computer for webcams. So that way we can actually just switch between each person's painting. So, you can watch somebody for a little bit and then swap over to another person and stuff like that. Because sharing is caring.
Okay, Nurgle.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But Papa Nurgle loves all. He just wants to give you his gifts.
Exactly.
He's just like a big Santa Claus.
Oh,
The snot.
I now have a very heretical idea.
oh God.
Nurgle Space Wolves.
You, sir, are no longer my friend.
I knew that was coming.
Does this mean we're now best friends?
No, you're special friends.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
I feel like a
I'm
duel
gonna-
is needed. I feel like
All
we
right,
need a
gents.
tabletop duel for this.
You guys have a good night. I'm out. I'm gonna take care of the puppers here. So
All right,
I'll
Chuck.
see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for at least a little bit because I think you start. Oh, you start at 11 o'clock your time. That's 12 o'clock my time. That's when my game starts. So
Yeah.
I'll see about doing the dual screen and see if I can just, I don't know, kill the party off earlier quick.
There you go.
Something,
Well-
you know.
We'll be playing that game for a little bit. We're not going to be doing it for the whole stream. But we probably will be streaming most of the day regardless with all three of us.
Okay.
So,
Oh, trust me, the game I'm playing is called Eclipse Phase. The characters have backups, so if I kill them, they just come back anyways. So it's not a big deal.
so you need to kill them twice.
No, because they keep coming back.
Are you,
Which, granted, yes, I have ways against that. Trust me. But
are you the DM?
yes,
Okay.
that's what I said. I have ways against
I was
it.
about to say.
So, and I actually have ways against it. And it's not just I'm being a dick because I don't want to deal with you idiots anymore. It's which I can't say that they're all my friends, but from way back when.
Definitely say that.
Oh, there have been days where they went completely off the rail or at each other or something, and it's like, you know what? I'm the person in charge, especially with the whole Discord thing. people can snipe a little easier, and sometimes it's a little harder to get people under control. And I've just logged off of Discord and kicked them all out because it's my server they're using. And then all of a sudden I get all these pings. What happened? Something happened to the server. No, nothing happened to the server. I kicked all you morons out.
Yeah, you don't want to listen.
I'm done listening to you people be morons, and I'm gonna go play with my little plastic guys. Except for that poor blue guy. That poor blue Marine is gonna be in my brain all night now. Poor little
Yeah, I'm
fella.
gonna have nightmares now thanks to that.
Yeah.
Just $3 a month. $3 a month.
Okay,
All
so
right,
for
y'all.
$3 a month, I can have him painted up as an Iron Hands, right?
Well, he'll look like an Iron Hands for about 20 seconds when he's, primed.
Gah, well, I'm not going to continue giving $3 a month if he's not going to stay in Iron Hands.
Oh, wow, look. He is having a bad day. Look, his arm's detached.
All right, gents. I will probably catch y'all tomorrow.
Sounds
at
good,
some
man.
point.
Have a good night.
All right. See y'all later.
Y'all.
Likewise.
Yeah, you need to glue.
Yeah.
You need to glue him.
Yeah, he'll get fixed.
Wait a minute. I thought,
What?
isn't that one of the ones you just pick up at like the GW store?
It was one of the 3-pack of Easy Build Marines.
Yeah. I thought they had posts in them. Or did you shave those off?
They do have posts in them.
Well, then how did his arm come off?
Yeah, let's
'Cause
find out here. Yeah, see, there's the
Ooh.
post. It broke.
Okay. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
You got to keep this in mind. Like this Marine's been through hell.
Yeah.
That Marine has been a Space Wolf, an Imperial Fist, a Dark Angel, a Night Spectre.
Okay, then.
Yeah, like I keep a couple of those easy build Marines just to test out schemes on. Or like if I get a client like the Night Spectres, he had a basic idea what he wanted, and I was like, okay, so I took it. That way I'm not like wasting a good Marine.
Right.
It's like a little 3-pack. It's like, let me do one up quick. I'll do the basic colors on it and be like, here, what do you think of this? Oh, you don't like that? Okay, well, let me change this up. What do you think of this?
Got it.
Yeah.
But still, that poor Marine. Here, let's rip this jean seat out and shove this one in. What's this one like?
Yeah.
That is Belisarius call at its best.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
what
dude.
does this shiny one do?
Yeah, what does this do? Hey, let's put this in too. Let's rip that back out. I don't like that. Maybe think about it. I mean, he's a scientist, but he's a massive dick too.
Of course. You have to be if you're going to be a scientist.
Yep. Don't care about what happens, only care about the experiment.
As they say, can't make an omelet without cracking some eggs.
Yeah. He did too. Again, if you ever read the great work, Belisarius Call, the great work. Yeah. The Marine he saddled with is one of the ones that realized he was Primaris. It woke up at one point during an experiment and remembers it.
Ooh.
So yeah, he doesn't like Call that much.
I wouldn't blame him.
But as a matter of fact, I think he's an Ultra Smurf too. If I remember right.
Is his name Cato Sicarius?
No, it is not. I forget who it is. It's none of the named ones. It's just, Ultramarine 5th Company Sergeant blah or Captain blah.
Yeah.
So whatever it is according to the Codex Astartes, So, all right. Well, hey, dude, it was nice hanging out. I know you want to get going. You're all shut down, so
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
No,
Take the puppers up.
Yeah, we just got our raid night tonight.
I know.
Basically, it's from 10 to midnight.
That's a short raid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is it just me? I don't raid.
Well, okay. It's usually 9 to midnight, but one of our members doesn't come available on Fridays now until 10, so we switched till 10 to midnight, and then tomorrow will be 9 to midnight.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Did you ever hear of a game called Asheron's Call?
I think I've heard that name before.
it was before WoW. That is the one and only MMO I ever played.
Yeah, before WoW, I was playing Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
But that's
I
because
just-
I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan since, regular Nintendo.
I just couldn't. First of all, I couldn't get into the whole world, for one. For another, I was never online when other people were, and vice versa.
Yeah, nope, totally get
Yeah.
that.
So I'm like, this just sucks. And the people, of course, that were online when I was available were schmucks.
Yep, and they still
I'm
are.
like, yeah, that's what I've heard. And I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Yeah, my friends now. Well, we play. Nope. But what about nope?
Nope,
Uh-uh.
nope, nope. Well, it's like right now, like me and Kendall are playing Valheim because it's just like basically me and her as Vikings. A little bit of sandbox building, a little bit of exploring, a little bit of dungeons, bosses,
Yep.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
build
fine.
my
Yeah.
Viking house.
I think the most up-to-date game I was looking at playing today was StarCraft, the first one,
Oh yeah, I remember when that came out.
because I wanted to watch nuclear missiles launch today.
Nuclear
'cause-
missile detected.
That's what I felt like at work. Like I was a ghost, and just with everything